Okay.
Is there a motion to exit closed session?
I move that we exit the closed session.
Thank you. We have a second.
Second.
Let's see, we need to do a roll call.
Roll call for certified.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we have a motion and a second to exit the meeting. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Thank you. Now a motion to certify.
So moved.
Motion and a second.
I'll second.
Okay.
Chair Miller.
Aye.
Vice Chair Travis.
Aye.
Director Farrell.
Aye.
Director Husband.
Aye.
Director Johnson.
Aye.
And Director Broughton.
Aye.
Okay. We're certified. Now move on to the general business.
Okay. So to kind of keep everyone aware of the cash flow situation and things we're doing, our original 2023 CDs were $1 million and $850,000, and these funds came from the FedEx building sale. The $850,000 came from the building sale and other funds the EDA had. We have to maintain $850,000 letter of credit deposit with Atlantic Union. So we're basically, the letter of credit gets pulled, they pull our CD. I don't see that happening, but that's just what their requirements. So right now, the EDA has in the $1 million CD, $300,000 from the town of Christiansburg. So this money needs to be in the county CIP. So what we're going to do is remove the $300,000, so we have a CD for $700 and a CD for $850, and put it into the county capital fund. And we have already executed everything except for moving the $300,000. We just renewed the CDs at 3.69. Last year was about 4.5. So, and our total interest that we received was $82,611 for the year, which is quite better than that. All right, Falling Branch Phase 2 construction. So the only thing you need to see here is red and blue. So we have red over on the eastern side here, that's cut, and blue on the western side, that's fill. Angie's going, I can't see red and blue. So the point of this conversation is they're only about 30% done cutting on the red. So they've got a little bit to go. And so this month's, I guess the November 15th payment was only $95,895, which is just for grading work only. That's really what they have been focused on, and they're moving at a good pace. I showed you this picture last month where they were moving some of the earth. This is this month where they have cut out back around and all of this, and now the dump truck's sitting inside the hole and they're filling it up. So it's really, it's looking good, it's moving along, and so I'm glad that they're moving forward. I don't think our good weather is going to hold much longer, so we'll see how that goes, but that's Mother Nature's, not our concern. And so this is a picture of where they are starting to fill the site, and that's the soil that they're compacting. And our soils are really wet, especially we've been farming them for well over 100 years, and so there's up to 24 inches of topsoil that they have to scrape off before they can use anything.
And they're storing the topsoil, right?
They are. We're seeing if other county folks need it, other departments might need it.
Or something like that.
Yeah, because we're going to have an excess of topsoil, which means we either set up a topsoil stockpile and you just seed it. So we'll just see where that ends up. but we've pretty much used all of our, waste for the rock area.
They run into any more rock?
Nope, not yet.
Wow.
I mean, the good news about that area, all they're doing is pulling, it's 8 feet of just flat earthwork. So the engineering testing we had didn't show a lot of rock. We were more concerned about where there might be little holes that we have to fix.
You run into any more karst?
They had 3 karsts on the plans already that had to be fixed, and they went in and put in a 4th. I know they've repaired 2 karst facilities thus far.
So no surprises there either then?
No, sir. No, sir. All in all, it's a pretty simple job.
Stuff can get complicated real fast depending on what's under the surface, but it sounds like we're good shape.
As of right now, we are. So the Falling Branch maintenance, I appreciate everybody who came on the 29th of October. I guess the update is the EDA approved the proposal on the 29th, the purchase order, which is in your packet, was funded from the EDA reserve, and we're having a pre-construction conference today at 2 o'clock with the vendor. There's really not a lot to cover, but we're just going to have an official pre-construction conference so everybody understands what needs to be done. Broadband.
So last time we met, maybe the last 2 times we met, OLTs 3 and 5 were the active fiber service areas, and that is still the case, and that's 245 passings. OLT 6 and 7, which are in that Ellison, Shawsville, Lafayette area, will be the next to be turned up for service. And on the next slide, we have a map so you can see what those areas are. There's 378 passings in OLT 6 and 388 in OLT Zone 7. They've been doing testing on those, so hopefully they're turned up anytime. Hopefully by next meeting, but we'll see. You go back to the okay, yeah, so the goals for OLTs 3 through 10 to be active by the end of the year, which we've talked about encompasses VADI 2021 and some of VADI 2022. There are 23 railroad crossings in the whole project, 7 in that first project area, and there are still 6 that are waiting to be scheduled. So that is that's what the end of the year is going to be contingent on.
Is that an issue with the railroad, like
Yes. So
just getting permissions?
and they have and so all the permits have been submitted and all the permits are approved and they're just waiting to be scheduled. And they said they had over 4,000 in the queue and only 2 can be scheduled a day. And they don't really have a timeline, they just say waiting to be scheduled.
Then they call and say, you can go on Thursday.
Yeah.
Like,
And
and
they
on
gotta-
Monday, they call and say, you can go Thursday.
Yeah,
Or
they
you
gotta
can
get
go
in their
3
crews.
months.
They gotta call in their crews from like Ohio and get them there.
And this is the NS you're dealing with?
What? Yes,
Railroad
yeah.
NS? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're tough. They're tough to deal
Well,
with.
it's a $250,000 fine if they catch you throwing the line over the track. So don't want to do anything that would make Norfolk Southern unhappy or the VADI. So there's 6 and 7.
Norfolk Southern report too, like if they don't,
Nobody.
they just get to be their own, that's what the challenge, okay. They have all the power.
Yes.
Well, the General Assembly did pass a bill trying to move some of that power from them, but the railroad Association is sued as soon as it was
Railroad
passed.
Commission carries a lot of weight in the country.
Well,
Their
federal
states can
preemption.
do something with it, but it's, I'm telling you, they're a world unto themselves.
Carly, is the number of passings that are on the other side of the railroad crossings, it's not a huge number of
There's
passings, right?
70 total
70,
in the area that are impacted by railroad crossings, yeah.
but the way the whole areas get turned up at one time, it would be much better if they could get the whole system, like that whole circuit, so to speak, complete before they turned up part of it.
1,292 passings is what we need for Batty 2021, and the only thing holding up the last 70 is Norfolk Southern
Well,
railroad crossings.
but that implies we have 1,200 that are ready to go, but they're really not. But, right.
Well, they're on track.
They're better on
the
track, right, yeah.
And so, yeah, infrastructure is coming along well. As of a week ago, they had over 142 miles placed in Montgomery County. And APCO was, before the storm, they were trying to start on the Reiner Loop, which is 24.9 miles in October, and then they told us they wouldn't be able to probably in October, and then they did at the end of October, so that was good. They said there was some storm damage found in that area and they may need to replace some poles, but they said that should only affect their pace short term. And then those are the next two areas that are scheduled to start, and that will be mid-January.
And just to remind people if they're watching this on the live streaming, North Blacksburg Tri-Cities Loop is APCO's name of a region, it's not
It's
our
referring to their substation, yeah.
right, right,
It's the substation there.
right.
Okay. So is there anything else that we need to talk about? Next meeting, I guess on December 17th.
December 17th, 11:30 here.
All right,
And I think generally December is a slower month, so I think the sites and buildings discussion, that would be a good time.
all right then, if there's nothing else, we'll be adjourned.